Hi everyone, Happy New Year Instagram. Good to see you this year. It's a great year. We are glad and grateful to God that we made it to 2025. Happy New Year, beautiful minds. I'm Adeola Adeyemi. I'm the founder of Talk Mental Health, and I'm so excited to have you on the first IG live session in 2025. Please tell me your name and where you're joining from. Thank you so much. I can see Harriet, I can see Humphreys, I can see Moby, I can see 𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐴𝐴𝐴𝐴𝐴𝐴𝐴. Tell me your name and where you're joining from, and let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Motunde, Happy New Year to you. Your name and where you're joining from. Temitope, Happy New Year to you, Tayo. Happy New Year, Daddy Adebayo. Thank you for joining. Just tell me your name and where you're joining. Today is going to be an amazing session. I just thought that I should come and share with us some mental health essentials for 2025. I just want your mental health to be at a very high level. I need you to level up on your mental health this year. Thank you, Ollie. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, my people. Taya from Canada, I can see you. Thank you for confirming. Tell me your name and where you're joining from. Omoumi. I love that name. Thank you. You're joining from Nigeria. Blessing from 𝐒𝐥𝐻𝐡 State. Love you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Happy New Year from Lagos. That's Dada Adebayo. Thank you. Precious. Thank you for joining from Nigeria. Olaide is also from Ibadan. That's where I was born and bred. That's amazing. Babs from Akure. Thank you so much. So today, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 mental health essentials. So I want you to make sure that you stay till the end. I can see you all. I'm doing great. Thank you, P2 Plus. Just tell me your name and where you're joining me. Let's just continue to make this live as interactive as possible. But I need you to share this live with someone right away. Just make sure you go and share, call your friends, your family members, everybody. Share it on your stories, on your WhatsApp status, everywhere. Let people come on live because I'm going to be answering your questions. I'm going to be sharing with you mental health essentials for 2025. We have to make it in 2025. We have to be productive in 2025. We have to thrive, not just survive, okay? 2024, we went through a lot. But 2025, we're still standing, and we just have to do things the right way in 2025. So I need you to go share this live with your friends and family. Let them come and join in. All right? I can see Rita. Please tell me your name and where you're joining from. As you're joining, just tell me your name and where you're joining from. So I'm going to be typing in the topic of today. And I need you to get your notepads ready because you have to jot down those nuggets. You can't just miss out on this. You have to jot them down. You have to write them in your journal, in your books, in your notepad, type them in your book, on your phone. Anywhere you can just make sure that you're writing something. All right? So there's a little bit of teaser for us. Okay? I just want you to imagine if your mind was a garden. So just have that. Think about it. If your mind was a garden, how would it look right now? If your mind was a garden, how would it look right now? So I just need you to drop that. If your mind was a garden, how would it look? You just imagine how a garden looks. So a garden can be green, can be blossoming, can be flourishing, and a garden can look like they haven't, they haven't really, pruned or done anything. They've not watered it, so it might be filled with a lot of weeds of stress, burnout, anxiety, and all. So I can see P2 Plus saying full of roses. I love that. So just tell me, if your mind was a garden, how would it look right now? Let's drop it. If your mind was a garden, how would it look right now? So I'm just typing in the topic of today's live session, 5 mental health essentials for 2022. Let me just put to thrive, because we just have to focus on how we can thrive in 2025. 5 mental health essentials to thrive in 2025. My hand is always moving to something else and I'm typing, but I get it. Yeah, got it now. In 2025. Okay, so guys, tell me, if your mind was a garden, how would it look right now? P2 Plus said full of roses. If you're still just joining, just tell me your name and where you're joining from. Janet, I see you. Filled with beautiful daisy and sunflowers. In fact, colorful flowers. I love that. I love colors as well. You can see that I'm wearing my blue dress. My nails are red. My hair is also burgundy. I love colors. So yes, my garden will be full of roses, colorful flowers, sunflowers. I know it's winter here in the UK. And of course, the gardens are not really thriving now. But then in my mind, I'm really thriving. So I'll have a lot of colors popping. Tell me if your heart or if your mind was a garden, how would it look? Thank you, Janet. I know that you're from Chelmsford. And I love you so much. Funke at the moment is saying that probably not watered enough and filled with some weeds of stress and burnout. Thank you so much, Funke, for sharing with us. A lot of people are struggling at the moment. A lot of people are stressed out. They don't really know how to cope. And that's why we're here today to talk about the 5 mental health essentials to thrive in 2025. What happened to us in 2024 must not repeat itself. So I'm here to let you know what you can do to ensure that you stay on top of your mental health in 2025. All right, I just need a few more comments and then we dive into today's topic. I need someone that will just maybe put in the comment because I have 5 Ds. So 5 Ds, 5 mental health essentials to thrive in 2025. So the first D, or the first point I'm going to drop today, is that we need to declutter your mind. So like, what's her name again? Funke has said at the moment she's filled with a lot of weeds. A lot of people are on that level. A lot of people are stressed, overwhelmed. It's only the 4th of January and it's already feeling like we're choked. The first one is to declutter your mind. You can't carry those garbages that you had in 2024 with yourself into 2025 and expect that you will thrive. It's not possible. That is why it is important to take time out to reflect. And hey, it's not too late. It's only the 4th of January. And like I said, there's no pressure, there's no timeline. God does not even count whether it's 1st of January or not. Mental health does not even know the timeline. So it's okay to do your reflections now or whenever you are ready. But you have to declutter your mind. Thank you so much, Janet, Simply Knows, for putting the notes down. Simply Knows, so thank you. The first thing, declutter your mind of negativity. Declutter your mind of scarcity mindset. Declutter your mind of limiting beliefs, thinking that you cannot achieve this, you cannot do this, you can't do that. Declutter your mind. You have to make sure that your mind aligns with what you want to achieve. I always say it's that you can never rise above the level of your mindset. It is how you think that you are. Whatever it is you find yourself doing right now, you must have thought about it years ago. So if you want to know where you'll be by the end of 2025 or in a couple of years to come, check what your mind is going through now. Declutter your mind of negativity mindset. Declutter your mind of scarcity mindset, poverty mindset. Declutter your mind of envy and jealousy. I just need to touch on that. Because the truth is that sometimes we don't get to where we want to get to because we are too focused on what is happening around us, what others people have that we don't have. We can't even celebrate others just because we want to be like them. We wish we could have what they have. And that is okay. It's okay to desire certain things that others have. But when you do it the wrong way, when you can't congratulate people when they are doing well, when you don't understand that time and seasons are quite important, because you know that whatever it is happening around you, it shows that God that does it for someone can also do it for you. So why become envious? Envy and jealousy are negative emotions, and they definitely will stop you from getting to where you ought to get to in life. It weighs you down. It stops you from even collaborating and connecting with people properly. It affects your mental health. It causes a lot of anxiety and depression. You don't want to get yourself stuck in 2025 just because you can't get rid of envy and jealousy. It is very important. I am focusing on that because I know it is what is affecting a lot of people and not letting them move forward. It is causing a lot of people mental health struggles and a lot of people that I have to see in my clinic just because they can't let go. They can't be truly happy for people when they are succeeding. So there is time and season for everything. So if it is your time to sow, and it appears as if you are not making progress now, it is your time and season of sowing. Your harvest time is coming. So you don't have to become too competitive, too, comparing yourself with everyone around you, rushing and trying to do so many things just because you want to get there quickly. Not understanding that this is your time to sow and to wait and to be patient. Be truly happy for people, yes. So there is time and season for everything, like I said. So you need to declutter your mind. Check yourself. What have I done in 2024 that affected me so much? What do I have to start doing now? Declutter your mind. Negative mindset, scarcity mindset, poverty mindset, envy and jealousy. Let all of this get off, just as we do with physical, there are a lot of physical health challenges going on, physical health, challenges, I would say, like weight loss challenge, declutter, not declutter, detoxify and all. You have to detoxify your mind as well, declutter it. Let everything that is negative get out of your heart. God didn't, the word of God is true. I'm a Christian, so I always say this. The word of God is true. It says that we need to guard our heart, for out of it flows the issues of life. So your heart is what will determine, whatever it is in your heart, is what will determine where you get to in the nearest future. So you need to declutter your mind. Unhealthy competitions are not good for you. The only person you should compare yourself with is who you were yesterday. Stop comparing yourself with others. So many people on social media now, they put up their best lives there. They put up who they are, how they're doing well. Nobody is telling us what they're going through, what is happening behind closed doors. And you are trying to compare your best self, your worst self, with the best self of other people. Wow, come on, that's not right. So you need to start changing what goes on in your mind. Declutter your mind. Stop comparing yourself with others. It's going to lead to depression. It's going to lead to anxiety. It's going to weigh you down. It's going to won't let you focus on what you should focus on, which is your own progress. So for instance, for me, I look at myself. Where was I 2024? I wasn't like this 2024. My first live session was horrible. Like in 2018, my first live session was horrible. I wouldn't even be able to, communicate this much. I see that I'm making progress. I see that I'm doing well with my brand. I see that I'm doing well with my speaking engagement. And that is the only thing that matters. It doesn't matter who is doing like 1 million times better than me. I have my own race to run. So I'm going to stay focused on my own progress. That is how to keep your mental health safe in 2025. So my people, comparison kills. Comparison weighs you down. It just makes you even become ungrateful because you feel like you're not doing well. You become too hard on yourself. You become ungrateful and you won't see that you're making progress. Progress is progress, whether it is slow or whether it is fast. Progress is progress. I shared something on my story yesterday, how that the turtle was walking and another, I think it was a rabbit. The rabbit got distracted, by the way, but the turtle just continued. I think it was a turtle or a tortoise. Tortoise would just continue to move and it was consistent. The turtle was consistent. And the turtle won. I don't want to do it, he or it. The turtle won the race. So my point is, slow and steady is what wins the race. You have to be able to pace yourself in 2025. Pace yourself. Don't be in a haste to get there. Just be consistent. Yeah? Be consistent. That's what matters. So what I'm talking about in a nutshell, the first D today, before I just go all over the place, because when I'm talking, I know it can be like that. The first thing is just to declutter your mind. Just to recap, declutter your mind of negative mindset, of scarcity mindset, poverty mindset, envy, jealousy. Don't compare yourself, pace yourself, and be consistent in what you're doing. Thank you so much. That's the first D. The second D today is that you need to define your priorities. You need to define your priorities. In 2025, if you don't want to go missing, with the level of distractions we have on social media, you have to set your priorities right. Define your priorities. Very important, because it's easy to get overwhelmed. It's easy to get everything muddled up. And what you need to do is to be able to manage yourself, the time. You only have 24 hours in a day. So you want to be able to ensure that you maximize that time you've got. If you don't define your priorities, the world will define it for you. So you find yourself doing a lot of things. You find yourself carried away. So I'm doing live session here. Some other people are just scrolling endlessly on social media, wasting their time. So you have to be able to identify what your core values are, and you ensure that your actions align with your values in 2025. Trust me, it's going to help you maximize your level of productivity. You become more productive, you achieve a lot of things, and you're also going to reduce the level of stress, because this is what causes stress. This is why people are breaking down. This is why people are coming down with mental health problems like anxiety and depression. They are overwhelmed, they are unable to achieve all their goals, and at the end of the day, they'll be like, what have I even achieved this year? Nothing. So if you want to thrive in 2025, you have to be able to define your priorities and define it early enough. Get a book, write it down. I also did that. I had to go back. It's not one-off thing. It's not something that you know offhand. You have to get a book and write it down. Write it down. What are my values? What are my priorities? Is it family? Is it love life? Is it whatever excellence? Whatever it is your core values are you a spiritual person? Is your relationship with God important to you? Write them down, because these are the things that if you work with, you will feel fulfilled. And having a great sense of fulfillment is one of the important things that determine whether you're mentally stable. If you don't feel fulfilled, you start to lose it mentally. So you have to journal, absolutely, P2+. You have to journal, you have to write down your thoughts, you have to write down your priorities, and you focus on what truly matters in 2025. Focus on what truly matters. Honestly, there's a lot of distractions. I love social media. The reason why we're here is because there's social media, there's advancement, a lot of things are happening, right? But the truth is, in as much as it's got positive, it also has a lot of negatives, things that are disadvantages of having social media. Social media addiction, phone addiction and social media addiction that people are struggling with. There's high rate of depression and anxiety because of the pressure from social media. A lot of people get easily distracted just because there's social media. So I need you to focus on, if you want to focus on what truly matters in 2025, you just have to write down your goals. Your priorities. You have to define, be clear about your priorities. And this is how it helps you. Once you are clear about your priorities, it is easy for you to get yourself back on track, even when you get distracted. You know that, I'm going way above or beyond what I'm supposed to be doing. This is not what I said I'll be doing in 2025. So this is why you need to define your priorities. Write it down. You have to seek clarity. If you're not clear, some of you will say, Dr. Adeola, but what is going? I don't understand. What are my values? I don't understand what my goals are. I don't understand. Seek clarity. Get help. I'm here for you. If you need my help, you register for my coaching services. Let's find out what your goals and your passions are. You can get the help of people that would help you, get that clarity when it comes to, your goals, your passions, what you love to do. There are so many hidden talents that you've got that is not quite clear. You see the reason I'm saying this? I know that some of you will say, Dr. Adeola, but you're a psychiatrist. Yes, but I'm also a mental fitness coach. And one of my goals is to ensure that you stay proactive. You are proactive. You are intentional about your mental health such that you won't have to come to my clinic. You won't come down with depression. You won't come down with anxiety disorders. You won't come down with any psychotic disorders, and I'll have to treat you. So that's why I'm here. So to teach you what would protect and enhance your mental health, what will make you thrive in 2025. Define your priorities. All right? So are you following me? Are you following me? Is this making sense? Please, let's just drop it in the comments. If this is making sense, if you're following me, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Okay? So let your actions and daily habits align with your values in 2025. It is very important. I don't want to sound like I'm preaching, but it's just what it is. It is the truth that I'm saying, because these are underlying factors that you have to consider so that your mental health is top-notch in 2025 so you can thrive. Define your priorities in 2025. All right, let's move on to the third point. Thank you, Ollie, Janet, Mobile Trends. Thank you for following. So let's keep going. If your friends are not here, please it's not too late for them to join. Let them join. Let your actions and daily habits align with your values in 2025. Follow person with no road in 2025. Don't just follow any account on social media. Follow the right people. People that will inspire you. People that would help you. People that will help you, do the right thing. Self-development. Make you look good. Make you look, your mental health to be top-notch. Those are the people you should follow in 2025. Thank you so much, Mary. Thank you, everyone. So the third point, so the third point is detox your environment. Detox your environment. Detox your environment. And when I say detox your environment, I mean those people, those relationships that you keep holding on to, that you say, this relationship must work. This is the time to let them go in 2025. Detox your environment, guys. You need to detox your environment. See, this is my hand. If I hold on to something, another thing cannot enter. So the only way you give room to new relationships, to new connections, to new people, to new true meaningful connections in 2025 that will get you to the level you want to get to, is to let those toxic relationships go. Honestly, we are so sentimental. We want to hold on to things that are no longer serving us. The truth is that you need to choose people who choose you in 2025 to avoid mental stress. Let go of people that drains your mental energy. You stay around someone and before you know it, you start feeling sad. You have to let it go. It's not because you hate them, but you have to protect yourself, because if you don't have enough energy in yourself, you can't give to others. So it doesn't mean that you hate them, because I know a lot of people will say, does that mean that I should start hating on people? You can love people from afar. You can pray for them from afar. You have to protect your own mental state. You have to ensure that you preserve your energy and you give it to those people that truly deserve it. All right? Choose people who choose you. There for who, there for you. Is that not what they are saying? There for who, there for you. No. It's not. It doesn't mean that you're trying to say, tit for tat, and not that you're trying to say, give me, I give you, or that kind of. But my point is that the truth is, you're not God. I always say this. I always talk about boundaries. And I know a lot of people would say, I've come again. But honestly, I won't stop talking about boundaries. Because boundaries in its real sense does not mean that it would take away people from your life. It just means that the right people that respect you will stay. The right people that respect you will stay. Because this is just you. You are not God. You can't be there for everyone. Especially for those that are just there. They're parasites. They just want to take from you. They just want to drain you, milk you dry. Can you just let go? Detoxify your environment, okay? Detoxify your environment. Stop holding on to that relationship just because you've been friends for years. Stop holding on to that relationship just because, I can't, what would people say? Some people, because of people pleasing, because of what would people say, they would hold on, but then it's affecting you, So when you don't have the right boundaries, when you don't have set your boundaries, that is when you start having resentment. So anytime You are in a relationship, or you are a friend to someone, and you realize that you feel bad anytime you're with them. You have resentment. You can't give freely to them. You can't give your time, your resources to them freely. Then it's a sign that you are probably not asserting yourself with them. You don't have the right boundaries with them. And it's time for you to check yourself again and be sure. Because if you give, it has to be freely. It has to be willingly. It's not something that you have to struggle with. So anytime you feel pressured to do things for people, then you have to check it again. Are you doing it for the right reasons? Detoxify your environment. Detox your environment, Detox your environment of people that are always taken away from you. That is the way you can thrive. Someone once told me that the truth is, if you continue to give and give and give and give and give, you're going to end up not having anything. In fact, some people don't even have, but they still give. Some people will even borrow and give people. Kilo day. Hey. You will go and borrow and give. You don't even have the time. You still give the time you don't have. Time, in fact, let's talk about time. Because, of course, I know I talk about giving. It might be money, it might be resources. But what about time? That time, you can't even get it back. Yet you will still respond to that WhatsApp message. Yet you feel like everybody that calls you, you must pick up their call. Everybody that sends you a message, you must respond to them. No, who told you that? So you have to start setting boundaries in 2025 if you want to protect your energy, if you want to thrive, if you want to be productive, if you want to get to that level you want to in 2025. Detox your environment. Detox your environment. Are you following? Are you following me? Are you following me, or you're following me? I want to know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. And please, if you have questions, drop your questions in the question box. Any questions at this point, drop your questions in the question box. We have 2 more points to go. Thank you, Simply Known. So you're following me. That's good. That's good. Questions. Any questions about boundaries? Any questions about the 3 points I've mentioned? Please let me know. Oh, Deborah, thank you so much. I just gained a follower. Thank you. I'm glad to have you here. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, this is nice. This warms my heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So number 4 point, 5 mental health essentials to thrive in 2025. Number 4, desist from unhealthy habits. Desist from unhealthy habits. So the truth is that our brain can be rewired. So we can learn and unlearn. We can change our habits. We can improve our brain health in 2025. And we have to stop doing certain things to ensure that we have our brain functions properly. So haven't you wondered why sometimes we struggle to remember things? Anyone here? That sometimes you just feel like, oh, I can't even remember. Or you do something, you pick something. It happens to me too, especially when I'm stressed. So I'll pick something and I'll be looking for it. It will be in my pocket like this. I'll be looking for it. You'll be looking for it. All right? And sometimes you do something, you just find out that you've forgotten. Who else? I can't be the only one that felt that before. Who else? Tell me, let me know. Let me know that I'm not the only one that has experienced that before. So the truth is that there are some habits that affect our brain health. You know, I'm a mental health specialist. I'm a psychiatrist, right? And we talk about the minds a lot. But you see that brain that you've got, the brain is a very delicate organ. And if you don't do certain things to protect and preserve it, it's going to start malfunctioning. That's just it. So Deborah said we are many, of course. So the truth is there are certain things that you can do to protect your mental health, your brain health. The first thing is drink water. So sometimes we don't drink water enough. So any unhealthy habit like not drinking water, consuming too much of fizzy drinks, Coke, Fanta, and all those carbonated drinks, they're not good for your brain health. Alcohol use is not good for your brain health. So unhealthy habits like taking too much of alcohol or even drinking alcohol at all, because studies have even shown before, they used to say alcohol use, you take a little, it's good for your heart. But another study has said it's not even good at all. All right? So yeah, Peter Pearl says moving from one room to another to get something, that's brain fog. It happens when you're overwhelmed. But This unhealthy habit I'm about to talk about is what you need to let go. Not eating right, not drinking the right things, not taking care of yourself. These are unhealthy habits you have to desist from in 2024. Sorry, 2025. So I'm getting you. Today is the 4th day in 2025. So please don't pardon me if I make mistakes. I'm still trying to get used to the new year, 2025. All right? Not sleeping well. Poor sleep routine. We have to let go of that. I had to tell myself this morning, because I'm an early riser. I don't know if anybody's an early riser. So I wake up early, even if without my alarm, I'm up. But I intentionally stayed 2 hours extra in bed because, of course, it's weekend. And I told myself, why do I have to get up early today? I can as well make good use of another 2 hours of sleep. And I enjoyed it. I felt relaxed and I liked it. So poor sleep routine, we need to stop it. Because if you know that sleep is your superpower, that's just the truth. The truth is that if you know the importance of sleep, you would not joke with it. You have to learn to sleep right. I know it might be difficult for certain people, especially when you have to wake up early to get to work. You have to beat the traffic situation, especially in Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria. Even in the UK here, sometimes the traffic can be bad in certain areas, depending on where you're going to. But the truth is that you still have to find a way of balancing this. It's good for you. So you have to make sure that you sleep well in 2025. All right? Excessive screen time, scrolling unnecessarily, endlessly on social media. See, there's phone addiction. And of course, I am definitely going to talk about that. If you're not following me, just make sure you follow me and turn on your post notification, because I have a lot to give us in 2025 for free. So you have to just make sure that you're following me so you can learn a lot of things on how to improve your brain health and mental health in 2025. So what I'm saying in essence is that excessive screen scrolling, excessive social media use, all of these are bad habits that you need to let go of in 2025. All right? Comfort eating, overeating. Just because you're feeling down, before you know you've carried chocolates, you've carried a lot of junks and all. It's not good. You have to check, why am I feeling down? Anytime you find yourself taking junks or craving sugary things, then you have to go back to why you're feeling that way. Check with yourself, what is going on with me? Rather than just indulging yourself in junks. It's not good for your brain. All right? So all this unhealthy habit has to go. Okay? Procrastination. Now is not the time to just say, I'll do it tomorrow. Do it now. Why can't you do it now? Just do it now. Do what you have to do now. All right? Stop procrastinating. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Perfectionism is another thing. Sometimes we want things to be done the right way, and we are waiting for the right time. Honestly, you just have to do it the way it is. That's how you learn on the job. You have to learn. You have to do and make your mistakes and improve. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Do what you have to do. That's how you feel good about yourself. That's how you boost your self-esteem. That's how you boost your self-confidence. By doing, not by procrastinating. All right? So that's the 4th point. Disease from unhealthy habits. What other unhealthy habits do we know? Please put, I think I've exhausted mine, but tell me, what other unhealthy habits do you think we need to get rid of? I'm waiting. What other unhealthy habits? So I've talked about comfort eating. I've talked about procrastination, perfectionism, overeating, drinking, abusing alcohol, or even drinking alcohol. Any kind of substance abuse is not good. Not sleeping well, poor sleep routine. Yeah, we need to stop giving excuses for not exercising. So we need to walk more. Yeah, that's fantastic. So giving excuses for not exercising has to stop. Move your body. Poor time management. Thank you, Deborah. That time management, I think, is a course that every one of us has to go for. So wherever that course is holding, we need to learn time management. We need to know the things that are urgent and things that are emergencies, things that we need to prioritize, we need to do now, and things that we can delegate or do next time, things that we have to completely desist from and not even try and do at all. And it takes, being reflective, thinking about them, writing them down, and taking note of them to do that. Poor time management. Excellent point. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you so much. All right. So we're going to go to the last or the final point that I have in my notes on how to thrive in 2025. The 5 mental health essentials to thrive in 2025. And the 5th one is you need to dedicate time to self-care. I know if you're not new here, you know that self-care is my forte. Like self-care is what I talk about almost all the time. Throughout last year, I was just all over my platform talking about self-care. Dedicate time. So I said dedicate time to self-care for a reason, because I know that we always find excuses for not taking care of ourselves. Especially if you're a woman or you're on this call. I know that you are always the last on that self-care list. Is it true? We're always taking care of our children, taking care of our siblings, taking care of our parents, taking care of our partners, taking care of everyone but ourselves. Self-care. Dedicate time to self-care. PT Plus says spa. I feel like going to a spa for a spa session, just the way you mentioned it now. Self-care. Dedicate time. And I always say that self-care is not just about your body, because you have a tripartite being. You've got a spirit, soul, and body, right? So if you have a spirit, soul, and body, it just means that self-care has to be tailored towards those 3 parts of your being: your spirit, soul, and body. All right? So your spirit, soul, and body, is very important that you take care of it. So your spirit, you have to spend time with God. You have to spend time with God. You have to pray. You have to meditate. You have to read the word of God. You have to do things that would improve your spiritual health. Yes, you have to do that. Very, very important. Spend time in nature. Do so many things that will connect you with God, with your purpose, that would help you feel that sense of fulfillment. That is how to work on improving your spiritual health. All right. In terms of your soul, your mental health, a lot of things that you can do. A lot of things. Setting boundaries is self-care. I hope you know. Setting boundaries is self-care. It's not that you're selfish. When you set boundaries, you are not selfish. You are actually taking good care of yourself. So ensure you set boundaries. Ensure you sleep well, because that's good for your brain. We said that earlier. Ensure that thank you so much. Thank you for my nails are nice. Thank you. Ensure that you affirm yourself. Positive affirmations. I love affirmations. I mean, I have a lot of books on affirmations. I've got, I think, 2 ebooks rather, not a lot of books, just 2. So I've got 2 ebooks on affirmations, but I have a lot of written affirmations in my notepad. I affirm myself every day. If you go on my page, you see it. If you go on my link, if you go on my website, you see a lot of affirmations everywhere. Why? Because I know it works. Because I know affirmation is important. That is how you keep yourself going. You can't just let things keep coming in and out of your mind without you affirming and changing those negative thoughts. Not all your thoughts or your thinking are not always true. So you have to challenge those negative thoughts all the time. And how do you do that? By affirming yourself. All right? So you have to affirm yourself, that's how you care for your mind, all right? Speak the right words into your mind. Mindful meditation is also powerful, a powerful way to improve your mental health, yes, your soul, your care for your soul. We're talking about self-care in terms of spirit, soul, and body. So we've talked about the spirit, and I'm just talking about soul now. And when it comes to your body, eating right, sleeping well, drinking water, exercising. That's how you take care of yourself. Go for medical checkups. That's how you take care of yourself. Go for your yearly medical checkups. Annual medical check. Okay, I forgot. Under the soul, go for therapy. You have to include therapy as part of the things you will do this year. That's how you take it. Because sometimes there's so many burdens on our minds that we need to unburden ourselves. But how do you do that? It's not that you call your friends and you just say, no. Sometimes you need a professional that will sit with you, hold your hands, and you talk through therapy. All right. So being able to go for therapy is a self-care activity for your soul. So go for therapy, just as you would do for physical health, where you go for your annual checkups. Do your mental health checkups as well. Very, very important. So we're talking about the body self-care. You have to go for your annual physical health check. You have to go for your dental health check. All of these are how you take care of yourself. So what am I saying in essence? Self-care is not just about spa days. I know that someone has mentioned spa, but I'm just saying that self-care is not just limited to your body. It is every part of you, your spirit, soul, and body. And if you break it down that way, then it is easy for you to identify which area am I lacking. So if you write it down and you have it in your mind that way, then you know that if I'm not having time for God, then it's probably because my spiritual health is lagging behind. So I need to do something about it. If I'm not having mindful meditation, if I'm struggling mentally, then probably I need a self-care day for my mental health. And the same applies for your body as well. So that's the final point I'm going to be sharing today. You have to dedicate. I said dedicate time, because it won't come easy. You will want to do a lot of things, but take care of yourself. So you have to be intentional about prioritizing self-care in 2025. So that's all we're going to say today. That's all I have for us today. I don't know if we have questions. I'm just going to be going through our comments. So I know that Oluwayemisi posted a lot of comments about poor hygiene. And I suppose it's when we're talking about desisting from unhealthy habits. So she said poor hygiene, yes. She said overworking, you have to desist. That's an unhealthy habit as well. She said ignoring warning signs and medical advice. I agree with you, Oluwayemisi. That's fantastic. So just to round off, I've mentioned 5 things that you need to do, 5 mental health essentials to thrive. In 2025, you have to declutter your mind. Number 2, you have to define your priorities. Number 3, you have to detox your environment. Number 4, you have to desist from unhealthy habits. And number 5, you have to dedicate time to self-care. So that's the end, guys. That's all we are going to talk about today. I don't know if you have questions. Thank you so much. Thank you, Janet, for joining. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of this. Thank you, dradeola. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Miss 𝐒𝐿. I know you just joined. Please watch the replay. Thank you, PT Plus. Thank you, Deborah, for following me. If you're not following me, please follow me. Thank you, Simply Nonso, for following me as well. I really appreciate. If you're not following me, make sure you follow. Yeah, if you have questions, please drop your questions. The truth is that some of these tips, I know we all know it, but the truth is that it's difficult to apply this knowledge, and it's only when you apply them that is when you see the results. If you do nothing, you're not going to see the results. So you actually need someone that would remind you and even teach you how to actually apply the skills or the tips so that you can improve your mental health. So yes, it's a good reminder, and we just have to apply them intentionally for us to get the results we need in 2025. All right, do we have any more questions? Please, if I put this on my feed, I need you to please drop this amazing and wonderful comments in my feed. Once I drop this in my feed, please drop the wonderful comments there. I just need people to know that you learned a lot during today's session. So thank you, everyone. I can see my friend just joined, Cook and Coach with Kemi. Thank you for joining. And we're about to end the session, but thank you for joining anyways. Please watch the replay and then let me know your thoughts. So that'll be all, guys. Till I see you next time, please be intentional about your mental health. Bye. All right.